See, the question with a thing like One Piece, it's not like why did you edit it? Because that's why, really, it is. Fans who are like, they do it because they hate us, are nuts. So if you know anybody like that, smack them and be like, get over yourself. No way, so, but the thing is, maybe the question is, why did you put that on during children's programming time? Like that might be a better question, because I wonder that myself. I think a show like that, put it on at night and play up the adult aspects of it, make it even bawdier, I think would be really funny. But then the other thing is, most of the anime that's on Cartoon Network is on late at night. When you have the anime on during the day, like, the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or when, things like that were on during the day, you could pull anywhere from maybe 2 million to 5 million viewers, something like that, at night, like Full Metal Alchemist. You guys like Full Metal Alchemist? Yeah. Everybody loves that show. That gets, like, 10 to 20% of the viewers as all the other stuff, It's just not as of a wide, mainstream kind of thing. It's more of a niche market show. And that's something that anime was always a niche market, and it still is. And it's always gonna be. The thing that anime has done, which is a lasting effect, and you'll see more of, as it's made its way into our culture and what we make. Avatar looks like it does because of anime. The Teen Titans cartoon, which I don't like because I'm a comic book guy, and the real Teen Titans aren't all like Cowabunga pizza, okay? But, I know. But whatever. So there's anime style that's crept its way into American stuff. That is something that you will see more and more of. And it will just, become more of a blending of styles. But anime as its own thing here in this country is drying up, you guys. I've been doing this now 10 years, okay? Things boomed, crazy popular, and then just sort of less and less and less and less. New York City, which is where I do my thing. Central Park Media is there. They're kicking ass. They're gone. Right Stuff was based in Iowa, but they used to do most of their dubbing in New York City. Now, they don't dub anything anymore, Media Blaster, same thing. They were a much bigger company, dubbing a lot of shows now. They're producing very little, because the market is drying up. And unfortunately, you have this niche market thing. And there was a period of time around, like 2002, 2003, where all these companies were like releasing 16, 20 DVDs a month and flooding their own market. And the market could not and would not bear that much stuff. And the bottom fell out. And that sucked, especially for the people in New York, who kind of lost all that work. But 10 years, why am I still here? Because I got into doing other stuff too. Because you can't just do one thing. All those of you out there who want to be voice actors, because you love anime, if you set your career goal as I'm going to be an anime voice actor, man, you are never going to work. Be an actor. Be an actor. Get involved in everything that you can. And you'll be able to do some anime if you're lucky, if you're in the right place, and if you're good. But, if that is your one and only thing you want to do, you're never going to work. You got to do as much other stuff as you can. So over the years, I've gotten into a lot of other stuff. So I did this show at 4Kids called Magical Do Re Mi. Anybody seen it? Okay, great. There you go. So you? Okay. Do you go put on the little wizard hat and your little magic girl skirt when you get home? Okay. No, hey, listen. I loved working on that show. I had a really good time with it. And I'm sad that it didn't keep going. But we did a couple seasons of that. And then it was like a break between seasons, And I actually was doing a play. It was the last time I did theater. Because again, I had an acting background. So I'd gotten back into that. I'd become a voice actor and started being pretty busy with it when I left Central Park Media. While I was at Central Park Media, it would have been a little bit of a conflict of interest for me to go out and be acting for other companies. And of course, if I was acting for stuff for Central Park Media, they wouldn't have paid me, so I wasn't going to do it. So when I left CPM, I started getting parts in all the 4Kids stuff and Media Blaster stuff and all that. Because I have a background, like I said, in theater. So I was doing a play. I was doing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, this regional theater in New Jersey. I played McMurphy. It was awesome. I had a wig. You know, I did 20 braids, pin curled up real flat, and had this kind of bushy wig on because it was like, you know, the mid-60s and he was a rough guy, but whatever. And I was waiting, you know, because I'm like, here, I can do theater for next to nothing, because theater, even union theater, pays crap unless you're on Broadway for the hours that you put in. But it is the most creatively rewarding thing for me as an actor, and I think for almost all actors. So anyway, and then they canceled Magical Do Re Mi. Like a week before it was supposed to start up again, right? So I had this big contract that I hadn't signed yet because they kept holding off, and I'm like, why? Let me come in and sign it. Well, I'll come in on Tuesday or whatever. And then all of a sudden it was canceled and I got nothing. So I didn't know what the hell to do. And I was like, oh crap, because I'd like taken time off because I knew I was going to have this big money thing coming down later. So I'm like, I'm like, you know, I don't have a lot of cash saved up. I'm in a lot of trouble. So I see this ad, this time on Craigslist, for this like, you know, foreign dubbing into English thing. And it said like Everest Productions. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I look, right. So I go and I call these guys and leave a message, and there's this funny accent that I'm hearing, and I'm like, Everest? Like, Mount Everest is in Nepal. But chances are this is not a Nepalese production company. I said, maybe it's Russian, whatever. So I go in, and it's Turkish. And it's all these, like, Muslim Turkish guys with shows about, and their whole thing was, like, religious and cultural harmony and diversity. They wanted to show the world that, you know, Muslim people aren't crazy because they're Muslim. Which is absolutely true, by the way. But it was weird because, you know, look at the stuff that I had just come from doing. All of the crazy anime and kind of cartoony stuff. And they're like, you know, yeah, we want you to direct our shows that are about, like, you know, Muslim values. Really? Okay. So, and it was live action stuff. It was like these Muslim Turkish soap operas that they dubbed into English. And other countries around the world might not like our politics, you know, in the United States, this, that, and the other, but the one thing that we are really renowned for being able to do, by even the countries that don't like us, is we know how to make entertainment. We know how to make TV. We know how to make movies. And the thing is, content-wise, you know, you look at what's on TV, like I was saying before, some of it's crap, but it's well lit, it sounds good, you know, and everybody, you know, these are professionals who are up there doing their thing. So, and, you know, you like look at Japan, which is like in some ways a little bit of a tier downwards in terms of the productions and the budgets and things like that, but still a big marketer. If you've seen, you know, a lot of European TV, like British TV, things that make its way over here, you know, there's some big budgets there. But man, when you go to Turkey, oh man, that's something it's like, you know, clearly the cameraman is like the producer's nephew, and this, you know, you have all these actors who are like delivering their lines and delivering, and then they keep looking at the camera, and there's boom mics and shots, there's reflections of cameramen in glass. It's hilarious. And I'm trying to explain to them, I'm like, you can't put this on TV here. They're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, because look at it. No, it's about the story. And I'm like, okay, but you know, there's all these things that you can't get over. And like copyright infringement, they didn't understand.